And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Ferguson in at the small forward. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. A lot of trade rumors beginning to swirl now, Brent. Several teams out there trying to add talent. And sometimes it comes at the expense of team chemistry.
It can, and I think teams who are very, very aware of their potential to be into the playoffs are careful to tinker with that. If they know they're going to have an opportunity to play in the postseason, the additions that they have to make, Kevin, they have to understand that that player coming in is great for us, but how is it that that player comes in? Who does it affect in our locker room?
Or they make a trade or don't make a trade because they're worried about team chemistry and how it'll be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But again, I'll go back to an addition sometimes into a locker room with just that talent may affect the talent you already have. And if you're really cognizant of that fact, sometimes not making the deal is the best deal to make.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greg, he's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Second free throw, no good. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Embiid. Al Horford in the corner. It's Harris. Offline with his 3. Paul outside. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. He kicks it to Gallinari. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Danilo possesses a deceptive strength that he uses so well on plays like that. Got to the hoop plus the foul.
Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Now, here's Richardson. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Here's Ferguson. At the elbow, Paul. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. The dish to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Richardson. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
This is why you love Chris Paul running your offense. Just move without the ball, find some space, and the ball will find you.
Now here is Harris. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Rockets in Houston. That shot off. Adams, some nice D.
Kev, I know it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Ferguson kicks to Gallinari. No good on that one. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
But I'm sure they learned their lesson from that game. They know they can't afford to have their first unit unavailable when the game is at critical junctures this time around.
Now here is Harris. Danilo Gallinari unable to get his last shot to go. Harris passes to Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Thunder leading by 5. And there's the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul outside. Over Horford. The shot's good from Paul.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
Well, you have to be able to use the three-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. And in that game, it was just not there for him.
Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings out west. You look at the Thunder. They're down at the 7th position right now. Decent start to the season, but they're looking to make a move.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
The shot's good. Paul's got his second basket of the night.
So creative right there. Paul's fantastic at finding ways to get inside and capitalize, whether it's him or a teammate.
Richardson outside. Horford the pass to Simmons. The 76ers need to get off a shot. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Pass to Adams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Back to Paul. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice you potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, did I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 3rd in assists, 6th in steals, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists right now. He does a great job of running the offense, spotting the open guy, and making the sound delivery. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Embiid with it. His last outing with 20 points. Clock at 6. Pass to Simmons. The hook.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
To the middle. Here's Gallinari. And Gallinari throws it down.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Here's Richardson. The Thunder making the shot. And here's Harris from the arc. Drops in the tray.
A solid 3-point marksman. Harris has that inside-outside offensive game.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
That's a strong finish from Tobias Harris.
Gallinari outside. Back to Paul. From outside the arc, up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Richardson the pass to Harris. Here's Embiid, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Gallinari. Philadelphia shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Ennis comes in for Tobias Harris. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Richardson. And Raul Neto is subbed in for Simmons. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
And the 76ers making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in. Here's Nader. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And the Thunder, another three.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Neto. He's guarded by Schroeder. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. Well, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically. But certainly, every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 22-point game against Cleveland. Passes it to Burton. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Ennis passes to Neto. Back to Ennis. From downtown, connects from three-point range. Ennis has got it back down to single digits for the 76ers. Schroeder, right side, and O'Quinn sends it back.
Good reach by O'Quinn, getting to the shooter and reading when he was releasing it. All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Burton, the pass to Schroeder. Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Schroeder finds some deceptive ways to make you foul him, someone who can nail some shots despite getting hit on the way up.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
That's good from Schroeder. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a sixth-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Oklahoma City leading by 7. Here's Burton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The 3. Scott pulls it in. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against Cleveland. And that one's good. Korkmaz.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
Oklahoma City has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Burton, the pass to Noel. Dishes it to Schroeder. Poke loose. Stolen by O'Quinn. Here's Korkmaz. His last outing, he had 8 points. And here's Ennis. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first. Schroeder, right side. The pass to Muscala. Shoots it up. That one wide left. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Right side, Scott. On deep, Neto. Burton grabs the miss. The Thunder with the lead. Here's Nader. Buries the long-range jumper. Nader's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Thunder.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Neto. He's got 6. Off with the layup.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Now Schroeder takes the 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Oklahoma City out in front, up 5. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And Chris talked about where all that started.
It's been a sort of long relationship, you know, and obviously me, Bron, Melo, D. Wade have all really gotten really close. And that stems from the time with the Olympics, USA teams, and then just sharing a lot of the same likes and values and having kids and family and different things like that.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GA spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
They've got Korkmaz, Kyle O'Quinn out there with Scott. Then it's Ennis, and it's Neto in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we
I
doing,
meant
right?
popcorn, right
And the
next to it.
popcorn.
Hot
What
dog
else,
and then the
Kevin?
popcorn.
Yeah,
It's right there.
nachos.
I love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
That's a big one.
Because when you're done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel bad about it.
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else
All a
with
part of the whole conversation.
that? I think we covered it.
Free throw drops for Ennis. The Thunder leading by 4. Schroeder outside. No good there. And it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Ennis misses.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Now here's Schroeder. Pass to Muscala. Here's Nader. Shot clock at 6. Back to Muscala. Puts up a 3. It gets rebounded by Ennis. The 76ers trail by 4. To the inside. Here's Scott. Shoots over Schroeder. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Some changes for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris comes in for Korkmaz, and Simmons subbed in for Raul Neto. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Gilgeous Alexander's checked in. Scott hits them both.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And stolen by Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
Bounce pass, Schroeder. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Simmons inside. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously, put on a passing clinic.
Here's Bazley, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Horford comes in for Mike Scott. And it's Richardson in for Ennis. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
Here's Paul after Ben Simmons' bucket. Over Simmons. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Embiid. Simmons against Paul. Harris outside. Lets it go with a three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Paul kicks to Gallinari. Pass to Bazley. Back to Gallinari. Just 5 on the clock. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Nice body control there by Gallo. He gets bodied up a little bit and executes that finish flawlessly.
The Thunder have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
His versatility, at least for Gallinari, is something that's so important for coaches to utilize. He's capable of stretching the floor the way he shoots it.
Now here's Richardson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Simmons finds Horford with the fadeaway. They get it back. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Joel Embiid.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
That's a 2 from Paul, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
Now Paul, following Tobias Harris's 3-point attempt. Here's Bazley, and Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside, Simmons. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Simmons got 6.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Gallinari outside. Oklahoma City gets a new shot clock.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension to Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Gallo's so smart on the inside with his array of fakes and moves. He's always a threat to draw fouls on shot attempts like that.
Oklahoma City shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And the first one at the line is good. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. Molinari hits them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Simmons with it. 6 points for him. Richardson outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Steven Adams picks one up.
Looks like Josh Richardson is always seeking a shot. This time looking for contact as well.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And Josh Richardson, continuing to develop his overall game, has such good height at the 2-guard spot.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 2. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. And that one, good. Paul's got 11.
A super touch on the floater there from Chris Paul, fooling the defense completely and then getting off the difficult shot.
Embiid finds Simmons. That shot off the mark. Adams, some nice D. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Gallinari throws it down.
When you have a guy like Gallinari run the court and you're expecting him to pull up for the 3, he can also fast break and get the layup.
Passes it to Simmons. Back to Richardson. 5 on the clock. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Oh, the lob to Gallinari. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And right now, Gallo just on fire. Love the amount of attempts he's getting.
Now the pass to Harris. Back to Simmons. From deep three-point range. He's off on that one. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Ball's knocked loose. Paul with the steal. Gallinari outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander, such growth in his first year, continues to show he's learning this game.
First trip to the line for him here. The first one falls.
Gilgeous-Alexander, such an intriguing prospect coming out of Kentucky. I can't wait to watch in a new system how it is that he starts to understand and develop further his offensive play.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Steven Adams. He hits both from the stripe.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Simmons against Paul. Simmons passes to Horford. Here's Harris. Nails the baby hook. Harris has got 7 points in the game.
Tobias there taking the contact, still leaning with it, scores it.
Embiid with the steal. But oh.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Paul? 7th in free throw percentage, 13th in steals, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And yet, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul. There's Gallinari with the 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Simmons. Pass to Harris. Shot from the top of the key. Good on the jump shot. Harris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I think just size right there paid dividends.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Let's just not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Yeah, how about the concentration by the 6'10" Simmons? Ridiculously good at completing these chances despite the D's best efforts. And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Ennis comes in for Josh Richardson. And Raul Neto subbed in for Tobias Harris. That's good from Simmons. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
And you watch Dennis Schroeder, you can see how deadly Brent he can be when he's locked in.
Well, he accepted the role in Oklahoma City about coming off the bench and trying to be a spark plug for Schroeder. It's really about consistency, Kevin.
And the first one drops.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Korkmaz checked in for the 76ers. Schroeder hits them both.
With Schroeder, it's all about speed. He just changes direction and shifts into another gear, Kevin. That's where his advantage lies.
Here's Neto. 6 points for him. Back to Scott. Shoots over Schroeder. Scott, good. Scott's got the lead up to 3 now for Philadelphia.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Schroeder outside. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Cans it from downtown. Ferguson's got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, that effort just not good enough, because even if that defender was a bit taller, the shooter already locked in.
Thunder have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Passes it to Muscala, and Noel kicks to Nader. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Nader's got 8 points.
Now that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
There's the pass to Scott. From past the arc. But they get it back. Pass to Neto. Outside, Scott. From deep. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Embiid. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Burton's checked in. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Noel finds Schroeder. Back to Noel. To the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. With a step back. And it's Schroeder missing.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Neto surveying the floor. Inside. Here's Korkmaz. And the rejection by Noel. Good if it goes. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thunder lead by 2. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We saw Danilo Gallinari lighting it up in the first half. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, their ball movement was phenomenal. Now, they're in good position to win this game, large in part because of those assists. And this is the thing, Ernie. When you win as a team, you feel better about everything that happens.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that 3. It's not going.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shots, so right now he's feasting.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Ferguson in at the small forward position. Now here's Richardson, and Philadelphia with another turnover here. A lot of answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands. Taking a look at Philadelphia. They're in the middle at 5th in the conference, looking to build on the wins as the season goes on.
And for Philadelphia, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hoped they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
Paul scored the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Well, that's a sweet spot for Paul. That zone between the arc and the paint might be his favorite. A career 50% two-point shooter.
Now here's Simmons. Tries again. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Chris Paul picks up that one.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
For Philadelphia, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Embiid with the block. And they get it back. Tipped away. And Gallinari kicks to Ferguson. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Back to Simmons. For the lead. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Simmons got 16.
A hard worker who really ferociously strives to improve. Simmons tonight has been unstoppable at the offensive end.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul over Richardson. Paul can't get it to go.
He'd love to make him pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
No good from Simmons. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. Basket counts. 16 points for him.
He's showing some nice body control, outstanding at keeping his composure and continuing to play at his speed is Gallinari.
Now here's Simmons. 16 points for him. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Simmons against Paul. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Richardson. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Josh enjoying this and one opportunity. Good job finishing despite the defense knocking him around a bit.
The 76ers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. That's good from Richardson. Thunder trailing by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To the paint, here's Paul. No good on the shot. Simmons with the defensive effort.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
The Thunder have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. That shot wide open. And that's 15 points for Chris Paul.
Love seeing CP3 shoot from there. He just owns that area of the floor. One of the best jumpers in the history of the game.
Harris looking it over. Richardson right side. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 8 rebounds in this game.
Well, that's a guy out there in Steven Adams that you just have to pay attention to. Every night he's going to bang around the opposing big guys and be a threat around the rim to score and pick up offensive rebounds.
And with Adams on the offensive glass, he is impossible to move.
Well, that's a big reason why a couple years ago, Kevin, he grabbed more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds. So you know he's going to live in the paint.
The first free throw is good. And Embiid drops them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. A 3-ball nailed from three-point land. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points.
And Gilgeous-Alexander showing just how difficult he can be to guard at times.
Harris inside. Gallinari covering. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Adams. 7th in field goal percentage, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Now here's Simmons. 18 points for him. Pass to Richardson. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Richardson. He's got 9. Six to shoot. Count that one. 11 points in the game.
Even when Richardson's getting knocked around a little bit, he can still finish, especially when he's going straight to the rim.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Embiid with the block. Gallinari against Harris. Kicks to Simmons. Back to Harris. Richardson outside. Down low. It's tipped. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Gallinari attacking. Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. And they double up Paul. Here's Baisley. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Paul. Over Simmons. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Got a piece of it. The pass to Harris. And here's Richardson. He's got 11. Back to Harris. That one doesn't go. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Here's Paul, and Embiid with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And the 76ers making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Nader's checked in. And Burton subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They lead by 1. Pass to Richardson. Shot clock at 5. Baseline jumper. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Richardson. Horford's got his first 2 points.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Here's Schroeder. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. The 76ers leading by 3 from deep. Richardson. Burton grabs the miss.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Here's Burton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Schroeder dishes to Adams. Right wing. Here's Burton. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Harris outside. Pass to Simmons. And it's Bazley with the rebound. Bazley's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Knocked away. So the wing on the left. Here's Burton. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
First one falls for him. And some changes here for the 76ers. Scotty's checked in for Horford. James Ennis comes in for Tobias Harris. And Raul Neto subbed in for Ben Simmons. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Korkmaz checked in for Philadelphia. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. Second, the Thunder.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Now, here's Scott. Pass to Neto. It's deflected. Thunder trailing by 5. Now Schroeder. He has 7. To the middle. Here's Muscala. Off the mark, and the drought continues. 76ers shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
O'Quinn finds Neto. Shot clock at 6. Wing shot on the way. Rebound by Muscala.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Schroeder? He's around 18 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. Al Horford's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Ferguson's checked in for Burton. Schroeder hits them both. 1:37 left to play in the third. And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. It's a 1-point game. It's stolen by Schroeder. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nothing discourages Schroeder when he's driving towards the rim. Does not see things in his way, and he has no problem taking hits on the way.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And it's tied up with that one.
He was able to tie it up, but he has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
Neto kicks to Ennis. And he banks in the layup. Ennis has got 11 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
58 seconds left to play in the third. Noel tipped back in for 2. Noel's got it all tied up now for the Thunder.
Well, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Here's Neto. He's got 6. And the pass to Scott. Clock at 6. Shoots over Schroeder. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. 6 points for him.
Ooh, that's a great matchup for him just because of the size difference right there. He makes that mid-range shot at a very high percentage.
To the paint. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Horford.
Well, when Nerlens Noel stays very confident offensively, good things like this tend to happen.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Nerlens Noel, since coming into the league, seemingly has fought an uphill battle to try to find a role on a team where he can consistently make key contributions. Let's hope it's now.
All free throws good from Noel. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Neto. He's got 6. He dishes it to Horford. With 1 on the clock. No good on the last second attempt there. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Horford. Ennis out there with Scott. And it's Korkmaz in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Horford over Noel.
And Noel in there to intimidate, and does so there.
Ferguson, the pass to Muscala. He feeds it to Noel. And they convert at last on attempt number 3. Noel's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Oklahoma City. Neto, the pass to Scott. Back to Neto. Five on the clock. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That's his first foul.
Well, he bailed him out with that one. The shot clock was low. You got to just play straight up D. That is not the time to take a foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Oklahoma City. Horford, no luck. The Thunder with the lead. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Three-pointer. It gets rebounded by Ennis. And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for the Philadelphia 76ers. Pass to Horford. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Horford's got the game tied up here for the 76ers. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Oklahoma City moving it around. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And Noel kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the triple. No good on that one.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Pass to Neto. Now here's Horford. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded closely. Passes it to Muscala. Here's Ferguson. Schroeder outside. Muscala with the ball. 2 points. That one goes. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Nice decision-making by Schroeder there with a terrific assist.
Now here's Ennis. He's covered by Muscala. Here's Horford. And too long on the shot.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Schroeder passes to Muscala. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep three-point range, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Korkmaz. The 76ers again can't hit it. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, poked away, and stolen by Horford. Here's Scott, and finished off by Scott.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Mike Scott. Tobias Harris comes in for Ennis. Josh Richardson's checked in for Korkmaz. And it's Ben Simmons in for Raul Neto. Then for the Thunder, Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Gallinari comes in for Muscala. And it's Paul in for Dennis Schroeder. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be Embiid shooting. Steven Adams picks one up. The free throw drops for Embiid. Thunder trailing by 3. Paul outside. Poke loose. For 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Paul's got it all tied up now for Oklahoma City.
And trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Tries the hook, and it's blocked. Here's Ferguson, and they double up Paul. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander, good. And now a 3-point Thunder lead.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Now here is Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that,
Tobias carved out a bit of space, owned that real estate, and a nice aggressive finish.
Paul outside. And here's Gallinari. Rejected by Harris. Inside, here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And that's now 10 points for Joel Embiid.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Simmons against Paul. Now here's Simmons. Not a lot of room, and that one drops for him. Simmons got 20 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
He was able to tie it up, but he has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Embiid with the block. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. And here's Gallinari outside. Rebound by the 76ers. Simmons got his 8th rebound here tonight. Left side, Harris. And Paul over to help. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's the Thunder now. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. From 11 feet away, Paul with the bucket. Paul's got 22 points.
Well, what we've seen here tonight, Chris Paul can put points up on the board still in a hurry, just carrying the offensive load right now.
Now here is Harris. Adams, some nice D.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Paul against Simmons. Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Rebound by the 76ers. Simmons got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Now the pass to Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 5 here tonight.
Knocked it down there. As his career has gone on, Al Horford has added more and more to his outside game.
Now here's Paul. The dish to Gallinari. Pass to Ferguson. Lets the three fly. The three-pointer is right on target. Ferguson's got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
And stolen by Simmons. He kicks it to Richardson. Another three for Philadelphia.
Well, Richardson is a capable scorer, but nothing feels better than shots like that.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart, offensive basketball.
Now here's Paul. And Adams with the slam.
How about Steven Adams coming through? Give him a chance.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Richardson outside. Outside, Simmons. And Adams sends it back. Gallinari outside. And it's off from three-point range. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Pass to Simmons. Back to Harris. Lets it go. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Harris has got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia.
How about Tobias Harris coming through? Critical shot there.
Paul against Simmons. Kept alive. Goes back up. Unable to get that one. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers leading by 5. Richardson the pass to Simmons. Passes to Embiid. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Off target from three-point range. And it's Paul with the ball for the Thunder. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth. Gallinari outside. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Simmons dishes to Embiid. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Paul. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Chris Paul has drained plenty of huge shots in his career. Easy to see why he's so revered.
And so the timeout by Brett Brown here. 40 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Simmons finds Embiid. Another miss by Philadelphia. Simmons against Paul.
Big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They trail by 2. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Simmons on the wing, defended by Paul. Here's Embiid. Ooh, offline.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And that's an intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
At this point in his career, Chris Paul is all about trying to get that elusive championship. He'll play whatever role it takes to get that mission done. Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
And here's Richardson outside. No good that time. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.